Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com. Today we are going to be talking about Deloitte heating things up by going digital. Deloitte recently won John Hancock's global creative account. What this means is they'll handle all of John Hancock's advertising and marketing worldwide. Now, John Hancock is a insurance firm in the US, and their parent is Manulife, which is headquartered in Canada. And the reason that's important is because recent news came out that Manulife might be interested in IPOing John Hancock, which would make this even more lucrative for Deloitte, as they could potentially be handling the creative account for multiple companies. And the other amazing thing about this is that Manulife and John Hancock said that Deloitte's pitch blew them away and was by far the best thing. So what is Deloitte Heat, and what the heck is Deloitte Digital? Now, Deloitte Heat is the company that won this pitch with John Hancock. And the Big Four accounting firms, as you know, are structured as partnerships, but they also have separate entities underneath them. And in this case, Deloitte Heat is one of those entities underneath them. And Deloitte Heat was essentially created through acquisition when Deloitte bought Heat, which was an advertising agency. And they bought them in February of 2016, and they put up a whole website, and they said, great things are coming, just wait. And another interesting thing too is Deloitte outbid other Big Four accounting firms like KPMG for Heat. And Heat is an advertising agency, so think of Mad Men when you think of them. Now, why did Deloitte do this? I think it's actually pretty smart. And it's also what gave them the edge in this bid, is that they have knowledge of financial services. They have knowledge of large corporate companies. So why can't they offer them advertising? They know everything else about them, or at least about their financial position. And that's the thing about advertising and creative people, is a lot of people say, well, they don't know anything about my business, so how can they market me and how could they advertise me? Well, guess what? Now they can, because they're plugged into your business and they know everything about your business because Deloitte does your consulting or Deloitte looks into your accounting. So I think what Deloitte is trying to do is trying to be the biggest professional services firm, which they were last year. What that means is not be professional services and only consulting and accounting. It's professional services in every single professional service that one company can need. Oh, you need advertising? We have that. We have accounting. We have auditing, tax. We have a law practice, etc. They want to be the go-to for everything, one-stop shop for all of their clients. Now, I also wanted to speak about Deloitte Digital because Deloitte Digital and Deloitte Heat are essentially one and the same and partnered together. But the way I think of it is Deloitte Heat is advertising while Deloitte Digital is supposed to be marketing. I just think this is genius, and I think Deloitte is really out ahead of everybody else. If the other Big Four just sit there and complacent and say, well, we offer the same thing, like we can help clients put an advertising campaign together, we can help them in doing their marketing, and that's just lazy. Deloitte's really blazing a trail here because they've established different business units, they've established different brands, and they're taking those brands to market. Where if E&Y, KPMG, and PwC are just saying, hey, we're E&Y, KPMG, and PwC, and we're starting to offer marketing, people are like, well, okay, but you're still accountants. Where Deloitte is trying to put these guys off to the side, call them different things, such as Deloitte Digital, such as Deloitte Heat, and saying, hey, we're doing crazy new things here, and we're really trying to help our clients. And that's another thing that I think the Big Four are really bad at, is marketing their services. And they market their services through these static web pages that do nothing, that are just a bunch of whole bunch of text, no video, no interaction. And don't get me wrong, they do have video. They have boring YouTube videos that last about 1 minute, which is just a person talking to the side, and it's kind of boring. And they could be doing so much more, not only to market themselves, but if they learned how to market themselves, then they could help their clients market their services and really help their clients out. And that's what Deloitte's doing, and they're really smart. And we'll see if the other Big Four catch on to this. As of right now, they have not. And that's the other thing too, is Deloitte acquired, I think the Wall Street Journal said, about 12 marketing companies over the past couple of years. And so the other Big Four are lagging way behind in this, and they're probably going to have to pay a premium now that Deloitte's out there and has really driven the market price up on these things. And so I would encourage everybody to really keep an eye on this. And if you're looking into a career in the Big Four, you might want to look into these sort of marketing jobs. Now, if you go to Deloitte Digital and their websites, a lot of it's the Salesforce stuff. I mean, everybody's into Salesforce and learning Salesforce right now. It's just something that's big and something that's out there. I think it's one of these things where it's this catch-all platform that's supposed to help you to understand your client. And I really think it's one of those things where it's software on an iPad that really fools a bunch of old stodgy guys. And it's really what's helping it out there. But they really are growing. They just bought a building right next to Bryant Park in New York City. There used to be a MetLife's building. Now it's a Salesforce building. And that's really what Deloitte is doing a lot of in this Deloitte Digital, which obviously, if it helps people understand their client, it's obviously going to help marketing. So just keep an eye on this if you're interested in the big four accounting firms, but you're not necessarily too hyped up about accounting or a boring consulting practice. This is something innovative and new, and really check out Deloitte Digital's page and Deloitte Heat and really learn more about it and see what I mean by when I think it's groundbreaking, because the websites look really great. And I think they're really the only big four that's pushing really hard on this. And them winning this John Hancock account is huge, especially with the quotes that are coming out of it about how they blew them away and was by far the best creative. Now people are going to be very interested because there's going to be a lot of CFOs that see that and be like, it would be very easy to have these people that understand my business also do my advertising and marketing versus me talking to these artsy guys over here that don't understand what business really is. So that's all we have for today. Wanted to remind you to subscribe and share this podcast with a friend if you liked it. Also, make sure to visit our website, big4accountingfirms.com, so you can stay up to date on news like this.